Hello theatre kids and welcome back to a brand new vlog. Now you may have noticed in the title that you're actually getting two shows for the price of one, as I realised in all my wisdom I did not film enough footage of either of them to make a decent length vlog for you. So you're going to notice I'm about to have a significant outfit change from what I'm wearing now as I take you to the brand new cast night for Play That Goes Wrong, and then once you have seen opening night for this new Play That Goes Wrong cast, you are going to be thrown over to Flora from a few days after that to the closing night of Eugenius at the Turbine Theatre. Very sad, I know, but I thought I would re-record this introduction so that you guys are a little less confused as to what was going on. But without further ado, I hope you enjoy. Welcome back to another theatre vlog. Today is a very exciting one because if you know me, you know I love a bit of mischief comedy, and so tonight we're getting to go see the new cast of The Play That Goes Wrong at the Duchess Theatre in London. It's also a gorgeous day outside, so I can't wait to bring you guys along with me. Let's get into this. Alright, so we have made it to London and we've just parked up, and now we are on our way to Chinatown for some dinner, which is very exciting because I'm very hungry. Now, part of the reason this is such an exciting little vlog is because I have been invited by The Play That Goes Wrong itself to come and take you guys along with me for this little event. And I've never been invited directly by a show before. Usually it's either by a theatre or by another company. So a massive, massive thank you to The Play That Goes Wrong for clearly recognising me as the mischief comedy nutcase that I am. I've also got my mother here with me. She is going to be joining us on this vlog. I don't know if you've met her yet, but there we are. So I will pick you up. You don't need to see me wandering around London for the next half hour. So I'll pick you up in a moment. But Chinatown is just up there. So it's time for dinner. Okay, so we have made it to the theatre and I want to stand out here and point a few things out to you. Now, if you didn't know, I'm dyslexic, which is why I think the front of this theatre is absolutely brilliant. So we start over here with the normal Play That Goes Wrong sign, but then you'll notice wrong goes that play the is written here, and then you've got the play spelt wrong, the G's over here, that goose, and then wrong missing the G over there. And then you've also got The Play That Goes Wrong backwards on this sign, and then Olivier, Tony and Oscar all saw it and liked it, which I just think is absolutely brilliant, and it shows that the theme of the show goes beyond just what you're watching on stage, which I think is fantastic. They literally just decked everything out. They also have this little photo op over here, which I'll put some pictures in of me and Kaylin doing that at the West End, what was it called? The West End Flea Market, because that was lots and lots of fun. But it is very enjoyable, and we will see you inside. So we have made it into the theatre, and I just don't know if the camera will ever capture just how steep this theatre is. Look how close the ceiling is. It is a very steep, very small theatre, but it's perfect for the show. I didn't realise this is the same theatre I saw it in, like, what, 8 years ago? Near enough. But there's some really fun things going on. Like, this is Trevor's little stage manager booth over here, which is really, really cute. It's very intense music. I don't know if you can hear that, but very excited for this show. We have our programme, which I'll be flipping through later, but we've also been made aware that they will be filming tonight. It's likely a new cast trailer, which makes sense. So I mean, you know, I don't really care about that. Like, it doesn't really bother me, but I know that some people like to be made aware when that's happening. There's also been a lot of signs around the theatre about potential trigger warnings. There's pyrotechnics being used, haze, all of that, loud noises. So it is good that the theatre is making people aware. But let's just take another look at this set. There we are. I've zoomed in a bit for you guys, and this set is absolutely immaculate. Like, you wouldn't think looking at it that anything's going to go particularly wrong. I think it's brilliant. You can see a toolbox underneath the rug there, a bottle of some sort of cleaning fluid, it looks like, some planks of wood that maybe aren't quite in place, which I think is hilarious. So yeah, absolutely fantastic. Oh, I realised I've been filming that really badly for you. But here we are, and then here's another look at just how steep the dress circle of this theatre is. If you're scared of heights, this maybe isn't the place for you to sit. So we have made it to the interval. I don't know if you can hear me over everyone's really loud chatter, but I think my cheeks are hurting. I don't know about mum's. Are yours hurting?
They are.
Wow, I think I've forgotten how funny this was. There's been several other people I was overhearing up in the atrium and stuff, and they were sort of saying that they really love the show, but it's one of those that you can't watch too frequently because you know what all the gags are. There's actually a safety curtain down, which you don't see very often in the theatre these days, but I think that's to stop people like me taking pictures of the stage, which is really frustrating because I really wanted to point out to you guys there were stress marks on the set where lots of the sort of bigger stunts and bits of set falling kind of can be seen. I don't know if that's the best way to describe it. But yeah, so if you don't know, there's a big bit of the set that collapses and you can see where it's basically chipped away at the floor of the stage, which has been really funny. This new cast is phenomenal as well. Like I always say with a Mischief show is you can tell, you know, whether it's Henry or Jonathan who's supposed to be playing the role, that you can clearly tell which role was written for what member of Mischief. So it's like a little bit it's a little bit distracting in a way because you're sort of like, it feels like it's still them playing it, but also at the same time it's a completely different person. But that being said, they're absolutely fantastic. So I'm really enjoying that. And I also love that aside from the sort of slapstick goes wrong element, the show, The Murder at Havisham Manor, that Cornley Polytechnic Society is putting on is still like a compelling story. Like it's a whodunit murder mystery. Of course the stuff is going wrong in the show, but I'm still like, I want to know who done it. I want to know who did it. So that's been really good, but I think the interval is almost over, so I'm going to enjoy my ice cream and pick you up when the show is over. Editing Flora here, guys. I realised that I didn't in fact pick you up after the show was over. I was very much swept up in the excitement of the cast making some announcements for future Mischief shows that are coming back to the West End this winter, and as well as the fact that I was lucky enough to be invited to the post-show party. So I'm going to show you a few clips of that now. They had a buffet, an open bar, and all these absolutely adorable Mischief decorations. Like, I definitely stole some coasters and a little keepsake. They also had a little cartoonist artist that was sketching people. And then, of course, the cast and crew all came along to join us, which was absolutely phenomenal. Really great opportunity. Alright, you lovely lot, I have made it to Battersea. Now you're probably wondering why we're doing two shows in one video, and that's because when I went to see Play That Goes Wrong, I didn't film enough footage to make a full vlog for you guys, so I decided I would do Play That Goes Wrong plus this in one vlog for you. If it's in two separate vlogs, that's on me. But hello again, and welcome to my closing night of Eugenius vlog. The show starts in about half an hour, and I've made it to a gorgeously sunny Battersea. It's actually wonderful here. And the show, like I said, starts in about 30 minutes, and it's the last show, and that is so sad, but it's a fantastic show. And I actually booked this last night, the minute all of the tickets came out, so I'm sat in the second row, B5, so on the aisle, and very nervous because I don't actually know why I'm nervous. I think I'm nervous because I don't know when the show is going to come back. I think that's ultimately what I'm nervous about, but we move, we carry on. The Turbine is just here. It's in literally one of the arches under the railway, which is really cute, really neat. I love it. It's super fun outside. Here we are. So I'm actually going to take a break, take my jacket off because it is boiling here, and pick you up when we get inside. Yes, before you ask, I am filming in the bathroom, but it's time for a quick fit check. We've got the Eugenius t-shirt, which I cropped because it's cuter in my opinion. We've got some snazzy jeans on, and then we've got the, what I like to call the early emo 2000s belt, because that's just what it reminds me of. I've got my hair, my little bunchies, and my little snake earrings. So there we go. It's absolutely roasting in this theatre right now, so I am going to go out and grab a drink, try and calm myself down before I go in. There's a lot of excitement already, a lot of really big fans, which is great. I actually, as I was coming to the bathroom, almost walked into the girl who plays Carrie, who was in Heathers, and I will put her name up here when I remember it, because names always slip my mind. But I'm gonna go get myself a programme and a drink, like I said, and we will go from there. Okay, the theatre is now open, so I'm going in. I always love this cute little photo up here, but what we are going to do is continue down here, because down here there is a wall that everybody has signed, and I'm going to see if I can still find my signatures, but my god, is it looking full. Look at all of this. Mine is over on this wall somewhere. There we go. These are my two. Go Eugenius, the future of this show is bright, and there's obviously my Flower.theatre there. But interestingly, my sibling, let's see if I can find it this time, wrote For Light and Life. Here we are. I found it so easily this time. If you watch the last vlog, you'll remember me just like being absolutely clueless. I also just embarrassingly spilt my drink everywhere, but we're gonna carry on. And look at this, guys. How cute, how fun. Now we are sitting in B5 today, which is a lot further forward than I was last time, because last time was booked on a whim, whereas this was booked the day that the theatre's launched. So here we are. How wonderful is this? Now we are over this side, I believe. B5, this is us right here. But oh my god, we are so much closer. We sat back there somewhere last time, but look at this. Absolutely love this set. So wonderful. Okay, I'm holding you guys close and speaking loudly so that I can be heard, but I absolutely love this set. These little blocks here that are used throughout the show are comic books, like stacks of comic books, and you've got like doodles and scribbles all the way around the stage, and obviously the screen is split up like comic book panels, which I think is absolutely fantastic. You've also got a bunch of references to Tough Man, obviously that is like the superhero in the show. And we also got these little Zoltar cards, which is kind of cute. I'm gonna flip you guys around and talk to you like this because it's a little bit easier. I'm very excited. We've got about 10 minutes until the show starts and I'm not quite ready. A little bit nervous, but here we go. It should be so fun. I'm sat so much closer to the front than I am last time, like disconcertingly so. I wasn't expecting to be this far forward, but that should make it all the more enjoyable and I absolutely cannot wait. Okay, you lot, we have made it to the interval and I'm moving back to my seat now. Ben Adams, just ran into him. He is one of the creators of the show, but here we are. I have a few cool things to show you, this being one of them. They didn't have any programs today, but I managed to pick up one of these so I can take some pictures. The show's probably about to start again. And I got given this during Ferris's number, which is this like little business card. And it says student, Padawan, and Grandmaster available for weddings and funerals. And he handed it to me and went, call me. And I was like, okay. But my cheeks are actually hurting from how much I am like laughing and enjoying this show. It's absolutely fantastic and I cannot wait for the second act, even if it means the show is almost over. I had these little cards for us to pick up because, as I said earlier, there is no program. So I got one of these to snap some pictures, which is great. Okay guys, hopefully you can see what I mean. We're not at the interval, but you can see that these are like stacks of comic books, which I absolutely love and adore. I've noticed some titles like Batman, The Killing Joke in there. So they're actual comic book titles on the spines of these comics, which I think is really sweet. Guys, the show is over. I'm gonna try not to think about it too much. We're gonna go back out here. That was absolutely fantastic. I got one of the posters that they've had hung around the, let me show you. I'm actually shaking, like that's hilarious. But here we are, I forgot to show you earlier, I added to this, I've signed the T, because it's actually just so cute, like, hear the cast up there jamming away. But I'm going to go stand out here, collect my thoughts. Oh, it's still light outside. Wasn't expecting that. I don't know why I wasn't, but there we are. But yeah, it's now really windy, but we are walking back through Battersea and I'm going to hope that my earrings just don't blow out. I got a poster, which is really exciting. One of the posters that you guys will have seen. Oh my god, I hope this wind is not destroying my sound quality, but one of the posters you would have seen around the theatre, which is super cute, super exciting, especially because they had no other merch going. And I have a firm belief in if it's not bolted down, I'm allowed to take it. So I got lots of cute little freebies, the Zoltar like fortune, the little handout, the poster, and then Ferris's business card, which I think is super cute. But as you know, here is me walking back. I don't stage door, I don't love doing it. Plus I have work in the morning, guys, so sadly I can't have a late night. But because it is Sunday, the show started at 6 and it's what, like 8:30 now, so it's not too bad. Plus there's a really gorgeous walk back, it's a lovely temperature outside now. Fun fact, I almost fell in this fountain last time I was here. Some lady nearly pushed me in a hurry to get past, so could do without taking a splash in there today. But oh my god, that was absolutely fantastic. Sadly there was no post-show announcement or anything in which we found out any more information about when the show might make a return. So that is it, that is a wrap on Eugenius for now, which is really sad. But that was a 10 out of 10 performance. Obviously, closing night, all cast give, you know, 10,000 out of 100% that they could ever give, because they know it's their last time performing. There were some really funny moments. So obviously I had Ferris give me his like business card and go call me as he was doing his song. During Evil, Lord Hector was like prancing about, like we made eye contact a few times. And then it was me, he decided to like jump scare in the audience. And I was like pissing myself with laughter. And then just before Don't Shoot for the Stars, Shoot Higher, which is my favourite song, Ferris decided to eat way too much of the sandwich that they had on stage. So he was giggling, trying to eat it fast enough for him to have a clear mouth by the time he had to start singing. I'm gonna vlog and try not to get run over here. Which was just so funny. Literally everyone was like pissing themselves, and I think it's hilarious. And another fun fact is that all the backpacks used in the show are lounge flies, like what I have, which I think is really cute. I love a lounge fly, and you know I'm always saying we need theatre lounge flies. But we move. And like I said, it's been a fabulous 2 days going to the theatre. One opening night for a cast and one closing night for a cast. 2 very different experiences, 2 very different shows, but both emotional nonetheless. And I wish all the best to the Eugenius cast in the future with whatever they may do. They are all fantastic talents. And I hope we see this show come back soon, because as you know, I adore it with all my heart. So mayhaps I will have to harass them into bringing it back again. But without further ado, guys, I will see you when I get home.